Hello everyone and welcome back to my playthrough of Pokemon Sun. As you can actually see, we switched characters again. I made a new file and forgot to back up the other one. So now we are playing as Kara, or Kara, however you wish to pronounce it. And so I have a different team and some different Pokemon in the box and whatnot, so I'm just going to quickly go over who we have and also show off my outfit. So we have Discordio, the Litten, who is a docile nature, good endurance. We have Too Dainty for You, who is a serious nature, level 8. Bugmobile, who is a hardy nature, level 11. Pastry is a calm nature, which is okay, I guess, level 12. Innerap is a Spinnerack, jolly nature. And Don't Eat Me, which is mild nature, butterfree. So we have an interesting team. It's going to be switched up a lot this time, and I'm planning on using Pokemon that I haven't used before. So I'm planning on keeping, like Spinnerack on my team, and Pastry and Bugmobile. I'm of course going to keep my starter on the team. So last time we left off in Howoli City, and we had almost completed, I think, the decks, sort of, or at least we were, or no, that was something else I'm thinking of actually. So I think we left off, yes, we left off in Howoli City. We just got to the shopping district, or past the trainer school at least. So this is the, I'll actually show you where this is. And this guy here gives you an item. He gives you a heal ball, but I already got it when I got here to catch up. So we're here in the shopping district of Howoli City, and as you can see we have a new look and basically a new character. I'm actually going to update the trainer passport with her picture, portrait photo, so you can, I named her Kara, or Kara, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Kara. It is based off the Undertale character Kara. So you can see the striped yellow shirt, the green bag, the beige pants. I was thinking I was gonna give her the shorts, but I decided not to because they looked a little weird, and it looks better with like the black shoes and the black knee-high socks. It just looks better. And she has a golden, yellow, whatever, flower in her hair. And her eyes are hazel because I don't know what other color to make them. Aside from black, I didn't really like the black too much, so I made them like this. So this is Kara, or Kara. We also have our Mega Ring, the straight bangs, so yeah. Forgot to take the picture. Photo shoot, and we're just gonna do it like this, I suppose. Yes. So now we're gonna continue our adventure. We caught pretty much every Pokemon in the area, in the Route 1, ish area, except for we didn't catch the SOS Pokemon, and that's kind of a pain to do until you defeat, I think it's the first trial, and then I think after that you can use the adrenaline orbs, unless I tested that out before. I think I tested that out on another playthrough that I forgot to record or back up or whatever. And I wasn't able to use the adrenaline orb, so we can't get the SOS Pokemon yet. So here are the Pokemon in our PC. We have Ladyman, the Ladybug, Epecky, the Peaky Peck, Pico Pico P, the Wingull, Logru. The Lo actually stands for Legend of, so it's Legend of Groose. And he's actually an adamant nature, which is really good. We have Slowsis, the Slowpoke. We have free EXP. It's in a repeat ball, of course, because I already, as you can see, have a Butterfree. I just randomly caught this Metapod instead of killing it for whatever reason. We have Magnets, the Magnemite, Grimier, the Grimer, and a Tattoo, Ratatat, which is a Jolly nature, which is actually really good. In fact, why don't I have like a Tattoo and Legend of Groose in my team? Probably because I really just want to use like Spinarak, but I'm not really sure about Meowth. Meowth is a good Pokemon to have early on. I'm just kind of thinking the best Pokemon to have on your team early on are like Peaky Peck, definitely, because Peaky Peck can actually learn Brick Break, which you get the TM for. Spoilers, by the way. This is going to be a very spoilery like guide and walkthrough. So, but you do get the Brick Break TM like right before the trial, the normal type trial, and Peaky Peck or its evolution Trumbeak, I think, can learn Brick Break, and then you can also use Peaky Peck for the fighting type Kahuna of Melemele Island. Wingull is weak to electric types, and since your rival has a Pichu, Pikachu, Raichu, you know, it'll evolve. I wouldn't suggest Wingull, just because of its typing. It's not very, like, a very sturdy type. Yungoos is okay early on, but they usually don't, because it's a normal type, it doesn't have any advantages or anything. Slowpoke would be interesting to use because it's a water psychic. So it's good against, like, if you're playing Sun at least, because it's kind of bulky too, defense-wise. It's good against the trial and the grand trial, so the normal type trial and the fighting type. Butterfree is just good. I mean, I've never really had a problem using a Butterfree throughout any playthrough. Butterfree, for some reason, is just a good Pokemon in my opinion. It's bug flying, so it does have quite a few weaknesses like ice, electric, fire. You really have to look out for those fire types. And then Spinarak is a bug poison. If you haven't noticed, like half the team is bug type. We have bug flying, bug poison, and just a bug type that's going to evolve into a bug electric. But more than likely, one or two of them are going to be replaced. And as you can see, they're also holding like orange berries. So I'm just going to introduce you to the move deleter. And he says, who was I again? Oh yes, I'm the move deleter. And what he does is he makes your Pokemon forget their moves, because back when this was first released, there was actually a glitch where if your Pokemon had if it evolved and it had like a full, I know it was like a popular glitch with Abra, people would evolve their Abra and it wouldn't learn a certain move upon evolving. So it was really kind of a pain for people. Now, that glitch isn't there anymore. So the move deleter is kind of an obsolete thing. I mean, there's no reason to use him unless you just for some reason want to get rid of a move. Like if I wanted to get rid of Scratch and Growl, but that would put me at a disadvantage because why? Well, you know, if you just wanted to get rid of moves, I mean, you can do that, but it's an option, but I wouldn't recommend. It's kind of a waste of time. And there's this guy who will just, all these people just kind of give you tips and hints. And this beauty over here, she says she wants a round, soft Drifloon from Howley Cemetery. Now, Drifloon only appear during the day, so it's still daytime right now. And then this guy tells you, oh, the totem Pokemon. This is a cafe, and I think it raises friendship or affection or something for your Pokemon, or it's just something fun to do for your trainer just to waste money, because they give you a lot of money in this game. And then these guys over here are the shopkeepers. The shopkeepers, every time you get a Z Crystal and complete trials, they give you more and more items. So right now, the only things you can buy are Pokeballs, Potions, Antidotes, Paralyze Heals, Awakenings, Burn Heals, Ice Heals, Escape Ropes, and Repels. I would just mostly focus on getting Pokeballs if you're gonna, you know, catch them all. Or at least try and catch as many Pokemon as you can. Just have a lot in your bag. Have a lot of potions too. Just, this game is actually, in my opinion, a little harder than others depending on your team. Especially if you're planning on having a lot of fire types, and there are a lot of, like, you know, fire types and fighting types bunched up, like, in the beginning of the game, and flying types. So you're probably going to want a lot of potions, paralyze heals. I'd say just stock up on potions, and just having antidotes, paralyze heals, and awakenings. Maybe burn heals, just like 1 or 2 for those. And then this guy all the way over here sells the X items and stuff like that, which you can buy, but they're like really expensive and you don't really need them. So that's the Pokemon Center in Howley City in the shopping district. We're going to take a look outside and we're going to catch ourselves an Abra, because that's the last Pokemon I need to catch here in this area until we can SOS for some Pokemon. And there are also some items like in these gated areas. You saw I just went through one. Yeah, there's like a lot of items, and I think there's some TMs. So I'm just gonna run from this young goose. We already have one. So there's an item over here. It's a revive, which are really useful, and you can't buy them yet, so I'd recommend, you know, just holding on to them if you find them. Another Alolan Meowth, we don't need one of those. And we're gonna go to another patch of grass, actually. We're gonna go hunting for some other items. There's supposed to be like a Zygarde cell or core here. I'm gonna point out where those are too, once we can get them. So the mall isn't open yet, as you can see. I don't think I talked about the mall yet. This is where the mall is. It's where all the the super expensive stuff is. The designer shop and stuff. Right now I'm just going around looking for TMs and HMs and stuff, because I know there's like some somewhere here. While also looking for an Abra, which is supposed to be 25% encounter rate, but I'm not finding one. Strange. You can also find in these patches of grass Wingull, Yungoos, Meowth, Magnemite, Grimer, and Pichu. And we can't go here yet. It says caution wet paint. Ilmia and her, or his, Smeargle. I wonder what that's about. So we have to go the long way around. And we notice these two people talking about Team Skull. I saw those Team Skull NumbSkulls loitering around the marina again. I reported it to the captain, of course. This is what happens when young people have nothing to do and too much time on their hands. What a bunch of useless thugs. All they do is drag trainers into battles they don't want and try to steal people's Pokemon. Well, it's not really stealing from the trial site, actually, because it's, I mean, you can catch Pokemon there, so they're not really stealing from there. That's actually a very bad example. And Team Skull doesn't generally, you don't generally see them stealing Pokemon, actually, unless it's like that one time. So we're just like picking up items left and right. There's a patch of grass here, but there's nothing really in there. Patch of grass here with an item. Can we go in here? Yes, we can. And we're going to pick up... Okay, we're going to have an encounter first. And it's another Alolan Meowth. I don't feel like grinding right now. I mean, all my Pokemon are like really high level, except for 2 Dainty for you. And in a wrap, they're like right next to that level. The Pokemon in this area are anywhere from level 5 to level 8. Most of them are like level 7 and 8. So I'd recommend having your Pokemon be around level 8. Maybe grind them to level 10-ish. But that might be overdoing it a bit. So we encounter our rival and he's like, oh hey, Malasada, make your Pokemon like you. Malasada makes your Pokemon affectionate towards you. And you can buy, and I think it also heals status effects if I'm correct. So there's that. And I think there's a TM in here. Yes, there is. There is a TM in there. So we're gonna go in this gated area if we can. I don't know why they have to have a loading screen for all these gated areas, but like, not other areas. I just find it kind of odd. So the TM is Echoed Voice, which is useful early on because this TM the user attacks the target with an echoing voice. If this move is used every turn, its power is increased, and its power is 40. So it's good if you're just going to be spamming echoing voice over and over again, which is some strategy you can use like early on in the game, like at this point I think. But still, I feel like you get it a little late because it's kind of useless. Kind of, like, just barely. So we're gonna go down to the marina, see what the captain and those Team NumbSkulls are doing. But lo and behold, I do not see Team Skull here. Let's talk to the captain. Greetings. And here's Team Skull. I think it's the first time you meet them. And this is like I think the one and only time they actually attempt to steal Pokemon. Or maybe it's like... So they get upset that you're basically ignoring them. And they're like rap battling us. So I didn't switch any of my Pokemon in or out. I'm just using Discordio. I do have the experience share on. I kind of just want to blow through this just so we can go and catch Pokemon and fix up my team. So I'm just going to use my strongest attack. Their Pokemon are only like level 8. And they're really annoying with their supersonic. But I heard you don't really have to actually worry about confusion in this game so much. And of course I jinx it by saying that, but apparently you hit yourself less often or it does less damage. But that doesn't look like it, but... Come on, Discordio. You're not doing well, are you, buddy? Are you having a bad day? So if you find like any orange berries and stuff like that this early in the game, I highly recommend just giving it to your Pokemon to hold. For this very reason, that you're gonna get into fights where you're gonna get confused. And that's it. That's his only Pokemon, so we won. Yay. No fair, I was playing a different game. And then Captain Ilmia is like, oh, I thank you, and he heals your team. And then basically he says in a lot of words that he wants to battle you, to test you for the trial. So his Pokemon are actually a little stronger, they're like level 10-ish. And he has a Yungoos and a Smeargle. Now the Smeargle does have elemental moves like Water Gun, Ember, stuff like that. So my team isn't exactly my team isn't like the best, but you know, I'm actually gonna put 2 Dainty for you in the front. And so the battle begins. Now, Captain Ilmia starts out with a Yungoos, which is about level 10, I think. Level 9, close enough. Oh, and I'm actually faster than it. But yeah, as you can see, this thing is like really strong. It does a lot of damage, and Ilmia does have a... I'm actually going to switch out for Discordio because why not? Ilmia does have a potion to use. Dang, that does a lot of damage on his Pokemon. So if you get it down to like red or low yellow, he will use that potion. And 2 Dainty for you learns Fake Out and level 9 Smeargle. So I'm actually going to switch out to Pastry. Who hopefully is going to evolve soon. Level 13. Now this Smeargle is really strong too. It's level 10. Okay. Well, static should slow it down. And we're not really doing any damage, so we're going to switch to Bugmobile. for that, you know, bite and paralysis, trying to get that flinch or paralysis. Should be faster. Or not, you know, because full heals are a thing. Yeah, he also has a full heal. Now, if you're not prepared for this fight, Ilmia will, like, wreck your team, and he still has that potion. So I think I'm actually going to string shot this turn to slow him down again. And then I might actually do it again. Oh no, it harshly fell, so we have time for a bite. Yeah, that's fine. Are you gonna heal this turn? You're probably gonna heal this turn, so we're gonna switch to we'll switch to Inner Wrap. Get an infestation up. Do some like constant damage. Now thankfully a potion doesn't fully heal the Smeargle. Thankfully we have all these orange berries. Maybe we can try and poison it with a poison sting. Which actually did quite a bit of damage, I think. So this is going to put him in the red. Are we faster? Can we do it? Yeah. So that should knock him out. Yep. And everybody is leveling up. And learning Nasty Plot. I'm going to get rid of Tail Whip. And what really good timing it is, that Pastry is evolving. So actually, since Pastry is, I've actually tested it out, if your Pichu evolves into Pikachu at level 13, it learns both Nasty Plot as a Pichu, and then when it evolves into Pikachu, it still learns Electro Ball, which is really handy, so I would actually suggest, like, letting your Pichu evolve at level 13. And this also adds Pikachu to our Pokédex. A plan was recently announced to gather many Pikachu and make an electric power plant. And now we're going to learn Electro Ball. Over what move? I don't know. I think I want to get rid of Sweet Kiss since Confusion doesn't really do too much anymore. And Charm might be helpful for the upcoming, or for any, for that matter, trials. It only has 75 accuracy. So I'm going to get rid of Sweet Kiss, get some Electro Ball. So Ilmia tells you about Verdant Cavern, which is where the normal type trial is. And then he doesn't even bother healing your team after you two fight. But that's fine. So we're gonna head to the Pokemon Center and then head out to Verdant Cavern. Well, actually, we're heading out to Route 2 first before we can get to the cavern, where more Pokemon await us. Yay! And of course, Lily has to interrupt the moment. I love Lily, but really? She's so lost. Nebby, stay in the bag. So she tells us good luck. And of course, then there's a Tauros here. And we're supposed to pet him. So we pet him, he's just like, moo. And then he runs off. So now we're on Route 2, and if you talk to this guy, he'll tell you about that patch of grass that's rustling over there. And he says, careful out here, young trainer, haven't you seen the way the grass shakes on Route 2? That rustling grass hides a Pokemon that is dying to pounce on some easy trainer target. But battling these feisty creatures can be worth it. They sometimes drop items after battle. And there's a beauty here that wants to battle us, but we're not going to battle her. We're going to go into the patch of grass. Well, actually, we might battle her first, just to get some experience. Dainty for You still needs to level up quite a bit. So this is going to be a shorter episode. I'm actually going to stop it right here. And I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.